All right, I'm Chris Davis, and this is one of a series of inversion conditioning videos that I'm putting together here. So all about joint preparation, warming up, a bit of strengthening, and it's a little thing that you can do. There'll be a series of these shorter workouts here, 15 to 30 minutes, just to keep you in the shape and keep your body adjusting and adapting to the idea of going upside down and bearing more weight in your hands. So all that said, we take this from a few different directions. Now, what you're going to need for this video here is some sort of elastic band, or if you got a cloth strap, that's fine. I do prefer elastic here because you can engage the tension a lot differently. And a pair of blocks, a yoga mat if you need it, and just a little bit of space wherever you are. And I'm assuming you're going to be in your house. This is an imperfect space for me to demonstrate this, but you're probably practicing this in an imperfect space, and that's fine. Just work with things that you got around you. Now, to begin from here, we're going to start to activate the muscles behind the shoulder or the posterior shoulder and across the upper back. And toward that, go ahead and grab whatever strap you have or elastic band. Take hold of it, straight arms, a little wider than shoulder width. Rotate your thumbs forward. Now keep the arms straight and bring the arms to horizontal. Pull so that you can really feel that resistance. And if you have elastic, you're going to be engaged quite a bit. And if you have just a cloth strap, that's fine. Just keep maximum tension. And then just let this go. Now we're going to pulse here on my count, just drawing out to the sides, no bend in the elbows. So really engage across the back of the shoulder and across the upper back. So from here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on one hold. And then go ahead and relax. And just shake out your arms for a moment here. Now we're going to do a couple more exercises with the strap, just holding rather than pulsing. And I'll just turn to the side this time because I'm going to combine this with a Hindu squat. Now, the thing about a Hindu squat is you have to be on your toes. If that's not going to work for you, you can always keep your feet flat and just bring your hips down like this, just to knee level, and this is fine. If you can do the Hindu squat, you're going to keep the heels lifted the whole time. So just work this as best you can. So go ahead and bring the weight onto your toes, if you can take it here. Keep the strap at this distance, a little bit wider than shoulder width, and then rotate the thumbs forward. Arms stay straight, bring the arms to horizontal, and for the Hindu squat, lift your heels, otherwise keep them down. And then just take this slow. Keep your core engaged, keep pulling out to the sides, and just feel this across your upper back, nice and slow. Now try to take this at the same pace as me as you bring this back up and straighten the legs. And then heels lifted as you bring it down. So we're just going to do this 3 times. Take it nice and slow, keep that tension on the strap, it's a lot. Come back up, try to keep the motion smooth. And then one more time. Go ahead and bend knees, sink into the hips, keep pulling out to the sides. And then come back up. And now this time, the heels are lifted, go ahead and bring them down, relax your arms and just shake them out for a moment here. And we're going to do one more set with those squats, whether it's a Hindu squat or the feet flat and the heels down. But I want you to bring your arms up to vertical this time, shoulder width, maybe a little bit wider, so just like before. Now, reach up to the shoulders, so none of the shoulder down and back stuff. So really keep extending as much as you can. Pull your ribs in. Pull out to the sides. Try to rotate your hands so the thumbs are pointing backwards. And keep this reach, keep pulling like this. And then for the Hindu squat here, lift your heels. And then either way, whichever squat you're doing, bend your knees. Sink down, keep your torso upright, make it slow, make it smooth. And then come all the way back up to straight legs. You can set your heels down for a moment if they're lifted. We'll do number 2. Bring this back down. Try to keep your torso upright, keep pulling to the sides, this is a lot. And then again, bring this back up. And then one more time, go ahead, lift your heels. Keep pulling out to the sides, sink down, take it slow. Now keep pulling, keep reaching through the shoulders as you come back up. And then just go ahead and relax the arms. And go ahead and set that strap down. Now we're going to take this to the wrist, so go ahead and bring yourself down into all fours. Now when you come into all fours, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we're going to stretch out the wrist before anything else. And these are just some basic stretches here. Palms down, rotate your hands, fingertips out to the side. If you can, point your fingertips toward your knees. And do that on both sides. Flatten your hands, dig your fingertips down, and press your spine toward the ceiling. Now this is too intense. Bring the hands close to the knees, and you can always back off in the rotation. And just take this to where you can feel the stretch moving through the wrists and into the forearms. Now grip the floor, press your spine up toward the ceiling. And you can just hold tension here. This is fine. Keep that grip, the fingertips pressing down. Maybe lean your weight back and bring it forward a little bit. Don't force anything. You're just looking for the stretch and looking to hold tension while you're stretching. And then the next time you come forward, go ahead and relax this. Come up onto your fingertips for a moment. And we'll switch this out. So flip the hands over, backs of the hands down, palms facing up, fingertips pointing in toward your knees. And this is going to be more intense than the first stretch. So if it's too much to have the hands this far forward, and it may well be, just bring the hands closer to your knees. You can always take most of the weight to your legs. But either way, flatten your hands, spread your fingers wide, press your fingertips down, press your spine up toward the ceiling. And if this is enough, stay here. Now keep the hands tense, like you're trying to straighten your hand through the floor. And let that stretch move through the backs of the hands, into the wrists and the forearms. And then if you want to take this a little bit further, keep pressing to the fingertips, maybe sway the shoulders side to side. And then go ahead and come back into center from here. Now come up onto the fingertips, down to your heels. Take a moment, shake your hands out. And then go ahead and bring yourself down to all fours. And what we're going to take this to is a couple very slow sets of push-ups here. Now to make this work, keep in mind, you got to take it slow as you're lowering and as you're lifting. And the way you back off from this, if you don't feel like you have a lot of strength, is you don't go as deep as you might if you were stronger, all right? So don't worry about only lowering about an inch or so and then pressing back up. Just take it slow both ways and keep your body tense. The deeper you go, the more intense this is going to be. And the tension is what we're after here rather than a bunch of repetitions. Now I want you to grab 2 blocks. And what these are for is reference. So they're going to show you that your forearms stay straight and stay vertical. So you're going to set one behind each forearm and set the hands down about shoulder width. Now, go ahead and rotate the hands so that the fingertips point, the index finger rather, points forward, and flatten your palms. You can always rotate your hands further to the side if this is too much on your wrists. Now, you can do this with your knees on the floor if you like. But what I'm going to recommend is taking this toward a full plank, and we're going to take this down into a Chaturanga Push-up. Now, if you want to keep it on all fours, just keep it here. Otherwise, step your feet back, and then press in your hands. Now, the cueing for the arms is the same either way, whether the knees are down or up. Now, keep your belly pulling, keep the core engaged, look forward a little bit. Now, nice and slow, grip the floor with your fingers, and then lean your shoulders further forward, bend the elbows, and keep the shoulders moving forward. Now you can stop at any point, but keep your elbows pulled in, keep your core engaged, no lower than halfway down, shoulders to elbow level. And then press this back up, back to straight arms, and that's number 1. 2 more like that. Take it nice and slow. Bring the shoulders forward as far as you can, grip the floor with your fingers, keep pressing down, hold the elbows into your sides. And then again, press this back up, and that's 2. Again, keep the tension. Shoulders forward again. Let the elbows bend. Keep the shoulders moving forward. Pull your elbows in and keep the core engaged here. And then press back up, and that's 3. Bring your knees down. And then just bring yourself down to your seat for a moment. You can shake your hands out a little bit. And we're going to take one more set. Now that was a Chaturanga push-up. What we're going to do next is a Pike push-up here, which means you start to bring your butt further up in the air. And it's more like doing a push-up from downward facing dog. You don't have to go that high. You can go up a little bit or take almost a forward fold into this. But here again, you're going to set your hands down in front of the box. Keep the forearms vertical. Tuck your toes. And then hinge from the hips. Now keep your core engaged. You can stay here. You can even walk it further forward if you like. But keep pressing down the hands, keep gripping the floor. And now the forearms stay upright, stay vertical, look forward a little bit. And then whatever level you're at, grip the floor and slowly, for number 1, let your shoulders go forward as the elbows bend. Keep the elbows pulling into your sides. And then press it back up slow, back to straight arms. And again, you don't have to take it deep. Now for number 2, bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Pull the elbows into your sides. And then again, press this back up. And that's 2. One more time. Shoulders forward. Grip the floor. You don't have to go down deep, but take it down slowly here. And then press back up. And that's 3. And then go ahead, bring your knees down. Shake out your hands a little bit. And keep in mind, that's about it. And basically engaging as much tension as possible while you're doing those movements. If you want to do more, feel free. Now we're going to take this up to vertical here. Now as we move into vertical, keep in mind, a lot of this is just getting used to taking load on your hands. Now we're going to walk this up the wall, and if you're not comfortable going all the way to vertical, if you don't have wall space, maybe grab a chair or take a look at a desk or a counter, something that works. And you can just take something like the step stool here. Now, especially if you're just starting out, you're not used to taking a lot of weight on your hands, this is good enough. You can start your hands on the floor, and then just get used to bring your feet up, and maybe bring the hands in closer, and then stepping your feet down. And just take it back and forth here, walking up and walking down. Now to get used to this, just keep moving back and forth, keep the shoulders or the wrists, do that 10 times. And if you're going to take this up to the wall, Then I want you to do this 5 times instead. So you're going to start from all fours, facing away from the wall with your feet touching, pressing your hands. And then as you press down, dig into your fingertips, walk your feet up. And maybe just walk up as high as you can with your belly pulled in. You should see your feet at any point when you look up. If you want to take it further, walk the hands in toward the wall. And you can come up to vertical. And then just bring it back out. So we're not holding the handstand here. We're just getting used to taking weight on the hands. Walk your feet down. Take it down lightly. And that's number 1. And we do it 4 more times. And if you're on the stool or a chair, just go ahead and keep doing that. But otherwise, walk this up for the 2nd time. And then maybe walk the hands in. And then just bring it back down. Bring yourself away from the wall. And bring the feet down. Come down lightly. And then for number 3, walk the hands in. Start walking this up. Take weight on the hands. And maybe just stay in place, but maybe do come in further. And then if you came in, walk the hands forward. And bring yourself down. Take it slow. And that's number 3. We'll do 2 more here. Pressing your hands. Walk your feet up. You can stop at any point, keep in mind. You don't have to take it all the way. And then once you're up, just bring it back down. And be smooth here. I believe that's number 4. Am I losing count? I might be losing count. All right, we'll do 1 more. So again, pressing your hands. Walk the feet up. Press from the shoulders. And really keep that stability here in the upper body. Bring it in as close as you can. And then walk it back out. Go ahead, bring your feet down. And bring your knees to the floor. That's number 5, I believe. Go ahead, shake your hands out for a moment here. And now, if you want to opt out of it, that's fine. But if you want a little bit of a bonus round, walk up 1 more time. And then we're going to make this one into a static hold. Now, you can come down at any time. You can walk back out. But if you can hold from wherever you are, get as close to vertical as you can. Look toward the wall. Pressing your hands, stay lifted from the shoulders. And I'm going to count it down from 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. You can come down any time. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come down lightly and just set your feet on the floor. And then once you're down, just take a moment. And again, shake out your hands a little bit. You can always come into one of those wrist stretches again. And then we'll just start to decompress a little bit here. So, just to wrap this up, bring yourself back down to the floor, onto your mat if you like. And then just to open up the chest a little bit and get stretch into the front of the shoulders, go ahead and set this up for reverse tabletop. Feet in front of you about hips width distance, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Point the fingertips forward if you can, or rotate the hands to the sides. But either way, press down, lift your seat up off the floor. With an inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift again. And with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press high. Now stay lifted here. You can look up, you can look forward, you can hang your head back, whatever you like. But keep pressing to the floor and lifting your chest. Let that stretch your shoulders. Keep your glutes engaged and keep your hips lifting. And then I'm going to count it down from here. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. And just shake your hands out for a moment. And then just a little bit of a seated twist to take this into. This is Lord of the Fishes. So bring the right heel outside your left hip. Step the left foot outside your right thigh. And then take a moment here just to bring both sit bones down between your heels. Now you can always extend that right leg forward. But either way, set the left hand down behind. Inhale the right arm high. And then with the exhale, move into your twist. Right elbow past the left thigh. Now keep your spine tall. Reach up through the crown of your head. Bring your gaze back over the left shoulder. And use your right arm, press it into your left leg. And just breathe here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, go ahead and release. Open your chest to the right side. Bring both hands to the right for a moment. And then go ahead and turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, and reverse the cross of your legs. So the left heel goes outside the right hip or left leg forward. Right foot outside your left thigh. Now bring both sit bones down. When you're ready, right hand sets behind. Inhale the left arm high. And then with the exhale, bring that left elbow past the right thigh. Now move into the twist. Keep reaching the crown of the head straight up. Look over the right shoulder. And use your left arm, press it to the right leg, keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Turn over to the left side. And then once you're ready, come back to sitting. Uncross your legs. And that is it for this little routine. Feel free to add anything you like. Thank you very much.